Today I'm going to give you a quick tour of West Regional Library, which is the largest location in the Mobile Public Library system. I'm looking at Grelot Road from where I'm standing in front of West Regional Library. We have a pretty decent sized parking lot, though it does occasionally fill up when we have a popular event or program going on. I'm going to speed this up while I get a little closer to the building. The side entrance close to the handicap parking is open. You can go in that way. Down at the far end of the parking lot, you'll find our drive-up book drops. The main entrance is straight ahead through the columns. If you're not in a rush, take a second to take in the architecture of this entryway. A lot of thought and effort went into designing this, both the columns as well as the circle around it. There's going to be names of prominent authors engraved into the concrete there. To the right of the door on the wall, those are more book drops. We'll go inside to the lobby. At the back of the lobby is the circulation or checkout desk. This is where you get a new card, you check out or return items, you ask any questions you might have about your account. You do all of that at the circulation desk. It's also where you pick up holds. To the right of the circulation desk, just underneath the stairs, that's the fiction room. It has both all of our adult fiction as well as all of our adult AV. That's the fiction desk. That's where you go for help finding a book or a movie, recommendations on what to read or watch next, and to book the meeting room. The towers and displays here are where you'll find new items. There's a photocopier and DVDs along this wall. Paperback and hardcover fiction is along here. They are sorted by genre. So that's what those maps at the end of the aisles are, is to show which genre is where. And you can also look at the tags on the books because they're color coded by genre. The back corner is the teen section. These books are usually cataloged with a Y. It's also where you'll find our graphic novels. These shelves directly behind the fiction desk that have the books with the blue dots are the large print section. It has both the nonfiction and the fiction large print down here. On the left side of the room, there's a bank of public computers with a print station, and then behind that, those shelves have CD books, both fiction and nonfiction, and on the wall, you can see that the DVDs continue all the way around the room. The tables in the front corner have music CDs, and the tower just before the door, that has video games. And that's pretty much it for the fiction room. So let's go back out to the lobby. Across from the fiction room is the children's room. But before we go in there, I want to point out that there is a shelf, and that has all of our sale items, which you can pick up a movie or a book for just $1 or $2 a piece. On the right side of the room, you'll see the children's AV, which is CD books, DVDs, and video games, as well as some series chapter books. Just past the chapter books is a family bathroom. And next to that is the storytime room. We have storytime several times a week, so you can check the schedule on our website or ask in the children's department to find out when we're having storytime and when you can bring your kids to that. These computers are kids' computers, so they have child-safe filters installed. Out the windows you can see the children's courtyard, which is a good place for some of our messier programs. There's a little play area and board books for toddlers here. These shelves have the chapter books and the kids' nonfiction. The computers by the door are preloaded with educational games and are not connected to the internet, so they're safe for your little ones to play on. And there are picture books in the corner on the shorter shelves. Going out the side door to the children's department, you'll see a set of double doors on the right, which these are the doors you go through to get out to that children's courtyard. On the left is the main downstairs bathroom. Across the hall is our meeting room where most of our programming and events take place. There's also a little kitchen with a pass-through for serving refreshments at events. The meeting room can be booked by nonprofit organizations on a first-come, first-served basis. So if you would like to book it, check with the fiction desk for availability. Past the meeting room is the cafe. We have our vending machines in here. This is a good place to have a snack or take a phone call, that kind of thing. Those are the side doors near the handicap. We could go out that way, but we're going to go back into the library and go take a look at the reference section. Instead of going back through the children's department, we're going to turn right and go down this little hallway. The bulletin board in here has community events, so you may want to check in there, see what's going on. I'm going back across the lobby to head up to the reference department. I could take the elevators, but I'm going to go upstairs. Now we're upstairs in the atrium. The public restrooms are directly across from the stairway. We usually have some sort of display upstairs. We change it out fairly frequently, but at the time of this video being filmed, it's art from local schools. This is a great place to come up and read or study or people watch. So if you've not been upstairs, come up and look and see what we have going on in the atrium. Through these columns is the reference department. On the right, the glassed-in room is the quiet study room. There's no talking aloud in this room, so it's a great place to bring your laptop and your books if you need to really concentrate. There are outlets on the walls underneath the desks for your own personal electronics. Opposite the quiet study room is the non-circulating reference. These are things like dictionaries, Bible concordances, encyclopedias, things that don't check out. Then there are public computers, the reference desk, and the fancy color copier that will scan things to email, and behind that are catalog computers and the print station. Along the wall you'll find our newspapers and magazines. The back issues of the magazines actually check out, so if you lift the metal tray that the current issue is in, you'll find the back issues underneath. This back corner is probably the best view in the library, and it's also usually pretty quiet, so it's a good place to stop and read or study. And there are more study tables all along these windows. The shelving to the right is the nonfiction circulating collection. It starts with the 000s all the way to the 300s in this first section. These towers are where you'll find the new nonfiction titles. The rest of the nonfiction goes all the way to the wall. You have 500 to about 740 on the left and 740 to 900 on the right. Okay, heading past the reference desk and the news section and the computers and the reference, over in the corner is a glassed off room. This is the technology room. This is where we have our computer classes, and when there's not a class in session, you are welcome to go in there and use a computer. So as you can see, there are a lot of computers upstairs. So if you have trouble getting on one of the computers downstairs, come upstairs to get on a computer. There's almost always one available in the reference department. That's pretty much it for the reference department, so we'll head back out to the atrium. We're coming out on the opposite side from where we came in. You can see some more of that art display over here, and if you look out these windows, you can see the top of that column that I pointed out when we first came in. And that's it for the public areas of the library. Please come by for a visit. We'd love to have you. Leave me a comment in the box below this video and let me know what you want to see next. If you want to know more about your local library, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and as always, thank you for watching.